Once upon a time, in a village nestled within the quiet embrace of the Enchanted Forest, there lived a boy named Sammy. The village had finally returned to its peaceful state after the closure of the fiery rift. Yet, the peace was somewhat deceptive, for Sammy sensed something brewing on the horizon. In his possession was a mystical crystal that glowed intermittently, as if whispering secrets of a pending omen. One quiet night, as Sammy pored over an ancient spellbook given by his grandfather, new words magically inscribed themselves upon the page. The Tower of Truth awaits those brave enough to reach its summit. But beware, for not all is as it seems. Each step tells a tale. Curiosity piqued, Sammy tucked the book under his arm and resolved to uncover the mysteries that awaited him. The next morning, as the rooster crowed the day's start, a strange spectacle met Sammy's eyes. There, on the distant horizon, stood a great, crooked tower. It seemed to defy gravity, leaning slightly as a mighty oak would in a fierce wind. Sammy's friend, Serina, approached with her own keen insight on such magical phenomena. "This tower isn't ordinary," she mused, watching the dark clouds swirl mysteriously around its peak. "It's filled with tests that measure the mind and heart." Zeke, the village inventor, nodded in agreement. "We should prepare thoroughly. If this tower's in that book, the danger is probably beyond what we're used to." With that, Sammy, Serina, and Zeke decided to embark on a journey to this enigmatic tower. Upon entering the tower, they found themselves in a grand chamber lined with mirrors reflecting not just their images, but their pasts. The reflections held reminders of their most vulnerable moments, as if the tower sought to test them immediately. Sammy saw himself doubting his own abilities, an echo of his youth. Serina's reflection reminded her of a spell gone awry, causing unintended harm to a friend. Zeke saw himself being mocked for his peculiar inventions during his early days. "The first task is to face our pasts, not hide from them," Sammy reassured his friends, even as they felt the daunting echoes whispering negativity. "We can't run from who we were, but we can use it to fuel our success." Bolstered by this resolve, they stepped forward to confront their challenges, and as they each recognized the strength in their past experiences, the mirrors began to shatter, leading them to the next chamber. In the following room, spiraling walls formed an ever-shifting maze. The very ground beneath them tilted precariously, threatening to toss them into the depths below. Quickly, Zeke deployed a small gadget of his invention, capable of marking the safe pathways through the chaotic labyrinth. Serina, with precision, cast spells to immobilize spinning walls momentarily, while Sammy channeled energy from the crystal to reveal hidden passages. At a sudden turn of events, Zeke slipped into a narrow chasm. In a flash, Sammy leapt to his friend's aid, using the crystal to forge a bright, energy rope, pulling Zeke to safety just in the nick of time. Having conquered the hurdles of mirrors and shifting mazes, they finally reached the tower's peak and stood in awe within a vast chamber aglow with cold blues. At the center sat an austere, stone chair upon which rested the Book of Truth. A spectral figure, resembling a distant star's glow, materialized before them. "No one reads the Book of Truth without proving the purity of their heart," it declared with a voice like the rustling leaves. For their final trial, each of the three was tested. Sammy faced a dilemma: to destroy the crystal for his companion's safety or preserve it to battle a lurking evil. He chose his friends, revealing his noble heart. Serena was challenged by a spell offering limitless power or the choice to protect her companions over personal gain. She chose her friends, showing her unwavering loyalty. Zeke was tested to give up his inventions forever or to use his knowledge for the good of others. He chose selflessness, opting to help his fellows over personal ambitions. Victorious over the challenges, the specter allowed them to open the book. As Sammy did so, glowing words appeared. The summit is but the start. A new adversary stronger than any you've faced looms ahead. The Lord of the Dark Realms watches from afar. Suddenly, the entire tower shuddered as though protesting their success. Realizing the structure would soon collapse, they raced against time, the tower crumbling around them. Zeke used his device to blast through blocked paths, Serina cast protection spells against falling debris, and Sammy's crystal surged with power, propelling them to safety through the final opening. Back in the safety of their village, the trio now bore the burden of a cosmic threat but stood resolute, the Book of Truth firmly in Sammy's possession, now their guidebook against the coming storm. Sammy's voice was full of determination. This time we fight, not just for our village, but for all worlds. The final scene glimpsed a shadowy figure in the starlit sky, observing with a sinister smile, as if anticipating their next move. And so, our heroes ready themselves anew, for a battle with thrills that never end awaits them. Thus concludes yet another chapter in Sammy's adventures in the Forest of Colors. A tale of drama, heartfelt trials, and ceaseless suspense, ensuring that the audience eagerly anticipates the next installment.